In this video, I'm going to be covering how to set up a discount code when you're dealing with web stores. So in this example, I'm going to show you a discount code, what it looks like coming from ARI's web store. This could just as easily be 3D Cart or any of the other web stores that are out there. But this is the proper process that you need to go through to actually set up these discount codes when you're importing orders from a web store. So the first thing that we need to do is actually go to inventory, and we need to add a discount item here that we're going to use to represent this discount. Now this is only done because of the way that these discounts are passed down to us from the different web stores. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. But the first thing we need to do is set up a non-inventory item. And the part number for this is going to be the same as the part number, or the same as the item that is being passed down. So as an example, this is what an order looks like that came from ARI. And you can see that the discount code is actually passed in here as a part number with its description and its amount. So in this case, the part number that ARI represents this particular discount code with is TY13. So what we would do is we would create an item in our Lizzie database for TY13, and we would tag it as non-inventory. So that's the first step that needs to be done. Now after we get the part saved, and by the way, it doesn't matter what manufacturer code you use or any of that stuff, because the non-inventory is not going to be hitting the GL anyway, other than for the sale of the item, and that's not even going to happen in this case. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to settings next, and we're going to go to general, and we're going to go to payment methods. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to set up a payment method, and we want to name it the exact same thing as that part number that is also the exact same thing as what we got passed from ARI in this particular case. So we need to make sure that the part number and the payment method share the same name or the same part number. So the next step is to come here to category, and we're going to select dealer promo. And when you select dealer promo, you're going to get an additional option here for the GL account that you want to tie this to. So in this case, you can set up a new account if you want to. The default chart of accounts has got a sales discount account in here already that you can use. So it's really up to you as to what GL account you want to actually have that hit, and you can have multiples hit different accounts. So what you're going to be doing is, if you have 3 different discounts or 3 different coupon codes that come from a particular web store, then you need to set up all 3 of them where the part numbers and the name match each other, and that's really all you need to do from that perspective. So once we get the information here and we save it, just to show you, I'll edit this one. I've set the discount 1 set for dealer promo. This is the image that I've chose to use. This is the account number that I'm hitting, and it's active. So at that point, I'm ready to start using the system. Now, when an order comes in from the web store, like I said earlier, you're going to have a part number here listed with the discount code, but it looks like an item. It's just a negative amount instead of a positive amount. So Lizzie knows that this is a discount, and she identifies it by that being negative. And so what she will do is she'll look in the inventory list and try to determine what part number exists for that particular item, and then we'll turn around and look that part up in the payment methods to add a special payment type to that invoice. So that's what we're going to take a look at next. So in this case, we're going to just pretend that we've already gone to web orders and we have pushed the order over to the invoice. So we end up with the part that was on the web order here on the invoice. Now notice that the discount, the line that was a negative amount, does not show on the invoice. And that's because Lizzie has hidden it away, and we'll use it when we process this invoice. And really the main reason is because we can't affect the amount of the invoice. We need it to be $22 or $23.54, so that when we process this and ship it to the customer, we have the proper amount of deposit for that customer, so that everything works out. Now, you're going to see in a second that we didn't really collect $23.54 from the customer because there's going to be a discount that shows up, but it shows up at the end instead of at this point. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and select the pay button. And you'll notice that Lizzie has automatically selected the discount as a payment method on this invoice in order to pay toward the balance. So right now the customer owes us $23.54, and we have got our invoice in here with our discount. So if I say that the customer is going to pay the remaining balance with cash, for example, now we have a amount remaining of $0. We select our cash drawer and we process the payment. So the idea here, though, is that the customer is going to end up with $23.54 on their balance, so that when we get ready to ship the product, we have the proper amount of money sitting over there to use. Now, because we set up the sales discount as a dealer promo, that information will also show on your profit and loss, so you can actually see how much you've given out in discounts for that particular day, and all of your GL processes will work accordingly.